Michigan vs Penn State odds, prediction, betting trends for Big Ten East showdown. Number 6 Michigan goes to Penn State in a Big Ten East standoff on Saturday. The opening shot is planned for 12 p.m. at Beaver Stadium in University Park, Pennsylvania. The game will be broadcast on ABC. Michigan, 8-1, actually has a way to the Big Ten title game. The Wolverines skipped back from the misfortune at Michigan State with a persuading triumph against Indiana. The Wolverines rank 7th in the FBS with a hurrying assault that midpoints 234.1 yards per game and a best 10 scoring guard, 16.0. Penn State, 6-3, was avoided with regard to the college football playoff rankings. However, the Nittany Lions are more than equipped for playing spoiler. Quarterback Sean Clifford drove Penn State to a 27-17 triumph at the Big House last year, and the Nittany Lions have a best 10 scoring guard, 16.7. Jim Harbaugh and James Franklin are consistently under the magnifying instrument in this Big Ten exemplary contention matchup. Nothing changes on Saturday. In view of that, here is all you really want to know about wagering on the Michigan-Penn State matchup. 3 patterns to know. Michigan opened as a slight top choice, yet the line has moved for Penn State. That could be on the grounds that the Wolverines have lost 5 of their last 6 games at Beaver Stadium. The Wolverines are 1-2 at Penn State under Harbaugh. Penn State is 3-1 ATS at home against FBS groups this season, with the solitary misfortune being the 9 extra time undertaking against Illinois. The Nittany Lions permitted 12.8 focuses per game in those 4 matchups. Stop on the off chance that you've heard this one preceding. Michigan is 1-6 SU as a street dark horse under Harbaugh. The Wolverines are 2-9 SU in the street against groups positioned in the AP Top 25 under Harbaugh. Penn State is number 23 in the most recent survey. 3 things to observe. Sean Clifford and the Penn State running matchup. The Nittany Lions normal 3.2 yards per convey collectively, however they could have accomplishment against a Michigan safeguard that has permitted 124.3 yards per game. Clifford had an effect last year with 9 conveys for 73 yards in this game and had the option to scramble. However, Michigan has an alternate safeguard under organizer Mike McDonald. Aiden Hutchinson and David Ojabo have consolidated for 15 sacks off the edge, as well. Hassan Haskins possibility. Blake Corum left Michigan's down against Indiana after his first convey, and Haskins made the most of the full-time opportunity with 27 conveys for 168 yards and a TD. Haskins is an extreme inside sprinter, and the Wolverines will put money on that against a Penn State safeguard that permits 137.1 yards per game. Cade McNamara's next possibility. McNamara managed a shoulder injury in last year's misfortune to Penn State and battled in the misfortune. The Nittany Lions have a skilled optional driven by well-being Jaquan Brisker, and it will be fascinating to perceive how Harbaugh deals with the quarterbacks after what occurred at Michigan State. Try not to anticipate that McNamara should air it out as he did against the Spartans, however he should have achievement in a similar sort of intense street climate. Detail that is important. Penn State positions 6th in the FBS in red zone safeguard at .629. Adversaries have arrived at the red zone multiple times, yet they have scored only 10 TDs. Michigan, in the meantime, has a red zone safeguard level of .812. Rivals have scored 9 TDs in 16 outings. That says the Wolverines ought to get more possibilities inside the 20-yard line, however they need to exploit everyone. Michigan vs Penn State forecast. This ought to be a tight game given the qualities and shortcomings on the 2 sides. Penn State is more fight-dried. The Nittany Lions have played 4 positioned groups, and Clifford has all the earmarks of being solid once more. He will test what ought to be a fun downfield vertical matchup between Jahan Dotson and Michigan well-being Daxton Hill. The Wolverines should climb at the principal half punch. They followed at halftime by a normal of 11 focuses in misfortunes at Penn State in 2017 and 2019. They drove 14-10 at half in 2015, preceding taking out a 28-16 triumph. This feels like a game the Wolverines can win if McNamara doesn't turn the ball over and the running matchup stays valid. Last score, Michigan 26, Penn State 23.